Hi everybody. I'm going to turn my heater back on. There. Keeps me warm. It's chilly in here. Okay, so what I just did, I'm just going to catch y'all up because we had the lawn service come. Not us, but the neighbor did. And unfortunately, unfortunately, it kind of like made a lot of noise on my phone. Not my phone, but my camera. So I'm just going to catch you up verbally, and then we'll finish from there. Okay, so what I did was I gutted it. This was a book called Horns and Halos in Human Nature by, I guess it's Hamilton, Ravel. I don't know. It's a 1954 book. Here is the text block. I took the text block out, and I'm going to reuse this in this journal for making things, or just period. Because it is more of a Christian-based book, meaning there's no curse words or anything in this. So, yeah. Now, what I have done since then, after I took the text block out, I took some chipboard and sized it down to, you don't need to go all the way to the ends, okay? With your spine reinforcement, you don't need to go all the way to the ends. I kind of almost did, but not quite. I usually go either to the paper that's in it, or I try to go a little like where it is right now, so it gives it strength all the way up, because I'm going to be putting a spine jewelry on there a lot of times. Now this one is a prayer journal that I'm creating. This is not a regular journal, okay, if that makes sense. Because usually I put spine jewelry that will hang from the journal up here. There'll be a hole there, and I put a little chain through, and it holds the spine dangle on this side. I don't know. I might still do it. I may still do that. I'm not sure yet. But for now, I'm not thinking about that. I'm just thinking about just getting the journal done now. But yeah, I did 2 pieces of chipboard to make the strength for the spine, and this is the chipboard I use. This is a thinner chipboard. It's not as thick. There is one. It's almost like cardstock. I don't know. Do I have one? There is chipboard like these books here. These are actually made. I can open it. That is chipboard. It's a really thick chipboard. It can't bend. It's made to make as if it was a book cover. Where this one is real thin and is pliable. Okay? Just thought I'd share that with you. Yeah, I'm about to take all my books off of my Etsy store, so if you had any idea that you wanted to buy one of those books, you better run over there until I get done with this. Well, actually this won't be a live video, so you won't know. Because this is going to be pre-set up. Sorry. I will put it on my community, I guess, so that'll help whoever at this time will hear it, so if they want to buy it. Anyways, sticking with this project here, my mind tends to want to squirrel on me, meaning go down other rabbit holes. So what I did here so far was taking the sorry, I keep hiccuping. Taking the text block out, putting strength in there as a new floating, I guess you could call it. No, because floating spines are the kinds that you do that, okay, and it connects to this separately, if that makes sense. But yeah. Anyways, I'm not going to do that. I just strengthen the spine by giving it some reinforcement so it doesn't bend as easily. And after I did that, I flipped it over and I cleaned it real good with alcohol. And the reason why I do that, I don't know if you can see these speckles on here. See those speckles? That was mold because it's an old book. It's a 1954 book that was used quite a bit. You can see where the hands were right there, where they opened it up and held it like this. So they probably had oils on their fingers or food while they were reading or whatever, you know. And it molded a little bit here and there, you know, over the years. So what I did is I took alcohol and I rubbed it down real good. You should have seen this. This was a yellow blue. It wasn't even a pretty bright blue like it is right now. And the alcohol helps that. It helps take away that. Unfortunately, you can't get rid of the stains. The stains are there, and they're there for good. My only issue is this here is made with a cloth, and right along here where the spine was touched a lot on the edges, right here, is worn a little bit, and it's made it thin. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I'm going to cover that so you can see maybe through here. I'll just turn that light off so you can see through it. I don't know if you'll be able to see or not. Can you see that? Can you see through it? Yeah, you can see through it. I'm trying to get this where you can do it like this, Peony. Miss Peony. Okay. If you look along there, you'll see it's real thin and you can see light coming through. That is the fabric actually allowing the light to come through because it's so thin. So anyways, my point is what I'm going to do is I'm going to brace it here in the inside with some fabric. And on the outside, I will put something on the outside here, but I'm also going to cover this. I'm going to totally cover it so it's going to have some strength anyway. So I got to figure out some kind of fabric that this can go on, that can go on this. Have I thought that through yet? No, but I think I might have something, if I can remember where I put them. Where did I put that? This should have been thought out. See, this is where, don't mess up like I do. This should be thought out what you're going to put on the journal. So far, this is what I've gotten done. So, yeah. And that's not enough for y'all for 30 minutes worth. So I'm going to go. I'm not going to, hopefully I won't be gone too long away from over here. I can't pause the camera. It just stops the video. And then I'd have to splice it together. And unfortunately, I don't have the tools to do that. Yeah, so I'm going to go over here. Oop, almost fell. Let's see. Okay. I think I found something. Hopefully I don't fall. Okay, I found a couple of things. So I don't know which one I'm going to do yet. I might not use this because these are meant for another journal that I plan on making. So I probably won't use this on my prayer journal. That's this one. This is for something else. But I did find this. This is some denim that I found. I just love this. I think this would be the better one. And it's beautiful. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, it's so cute. I love it. So I think that's what I'm going to use on this and cover it with that. And it's a denim, so that makes it even stronger too. Yes. Okay. And this might be used for the inside. It's a stained old fabric. It just has a few stains on it, so I can't use it for covering anything, but I can also use it for strengthening on the inside, and it matches the brown. So yeah, just thought I'd share that with you. Now, let's do this. Okay, we need to estimate a little bit bigger than what it is. So get this stuff out of my way. Okay, try to get that up there out of the way. I need plenty of room. I need to make sure that I can cover the outside real well. I'm going to use This is my chalk pencil that I use for artwork, but it'll still work for the same reasons. I just want to cut it and give it the right length that I need so I don't mess up or anything. I'm giving it extra room. So now I'm going to put that over here, and now I'm going to cut this. It keeps falling off my lap. So I'm going to put it up here like this. Okay, there we go. Put that back up there. Gotta keep pushing up my sleeves on my jacket. I'm gonna loosen this just a little bit so it'll move this time. I guess that'll do. Okay. I want a straight line. So. Gotta make sure it's straight. Okay. Should have went a little bit lower. Kind of got that off kilter now. It's gonna fray. Oh well, not much I can do about that. That's what I thought I did. I'm not a seamstress by any means, Joe. So don't take me for being that. And watch your fingers. These things are sharp. I can cut this to the best, you know, by doing it a different way too. Okay, put that back up. And then tighten this up. I got this from the Dollar Tree, if you're wondering. I don't know if they sell them still or not, because I have yet to find them, and they don't have replacements. So, you know, the what do you call it? Whatever it's called. The blades. I haven't found any of the replacements up there yet. But I'm pretty sure the ones, I haven't needed to change it out yet. Just folding this up. Sorry. Anyways, I haven't found the replacement blades there yet, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to be usable. You know, they still can be used. You know, the ones that's at like Walmart and stuff like that that actually carries those kind of things. Those would probably fit it. So, hopefully. Okay, these are just going to keep fraying out, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull them off. I kind of like the frayed look anyways, so. Okay. Now, what I can do to make sure it doesn't fray anymore, I guess, is do the crimping. I could crimp it. But do I want to do that? I think I'm not going to do that, because when I glue it down, it'll be fine. Okay, so there's the front, there's the back. Front, back. And I made sure to look that there was no stains on this side. Everything looks good, and it does. But yeah, okay. So now we're going to glue it down onto this. Just like that. That will work. Okay. So I'm going to use the big bottle of Fabri-Tac. It has a bigger hole in it, and I need to get more out really quick. So yeah, so I'm just going to start squirting this on here. Fabri-Tac is an awesome glue for fabric, holding fabric to fabric, paper to paper, fabric and paper together even, because I've done that. this hurts the hands. I gotta make sure I flatten all that out because I don't want that to come through my fabric. My very first journal that I did, I used Mod Podge. And I regretted it too because it came through really bad. Okay, now I'm just going to go and just rub that down. And the reason why I'm rubbing that down, I don't want it to have thick spots of that glue and then it come through my fabric. And my jacket is going to get in this if I don't take it off. But I'm going to keep going, of course. There we go. Okay. Gotta get the glue off my fingers. Gotta hurry because I don't want the glue to dry. I'm just going to press it down. Just like that. Now I'm going to bend this because I don't want it to. Yeah, it's fine. It'll work. It'll do. All I'm doing is pressing it down onto it. Now, the only reason why I'm doing that is so it doesn't move around when the person feels it, you know, because the inside is what's probably going to hold it down, and that is these whenever I glue it down to the pages here. So, yeah. Now, I could go this way, or I could just do... A lot of ladies, they'll cut it here. They'll do like a little kind of thing, and then they can glue these down, and then this will glue over top of it, and it makes a point there. And I'm kind of like Pam over the Paper Outpost. I'm kind of like her about doing that, you know. I'm just so afraid because I have done it and cut it too close to this, and then what happens is this little point here will poke out. I don't want it to do that, so I'm going to do like Pam does, and I'm going to glue down the corners. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to try and do it like she does. Hey, she's my mentor. She's the one that taught me how to do it, so I do things like she does. She's the one I learned from, you know. This is the hard part, is getting this to stay, because that is really wet. And at first when it's wet, Fabri-Tac, you got to hold it for a few seconds to make it stick. She's always fast, man. Damn, she gets things done. The only thing is this is going to be a little thicker on the corners here, on the edging of the inside, because they're going to be laying on each other and everything. The corners are. The fabric is. Because now we'll be going like this and covering over. It'll be like that. Just like that. And that's what it'll look like. My issue is that that's thick, and I'm hopeful that this will still turn out okay. I know I should have probably put my fabric on here first before I did that. That's okay. I like to cover the inside of this part anyways. Okay. I'm going to cut a little bit of that off. I'm trying to get this glue off my fingers. Okay, let's take a look. Is it tight enough? Yes, it is. Okay. Now, I'm going to cut some of this off because it's just too much. Too much. So messy looking too. Sorry, had to hit that so it would get some of that stuff off of there. I'm just going to leave it because otherwise it looks really crappy. Just going to put a little bit more glue down. Sure it stays down. Okay. Question is, what do I want to put on the inside? Do I want to just use this whole piece? See, there's a little stain. That's where I want to put that on. So let's see. Gotta find out where the stains are. Okay, there's a stain. Man, this is making me have a dry throat. Having the heater right below me like this. Yeah, my throat is very dry right now. I think I can turn that off a little bit. Pull it away from me. I just need to take the chill out of the air. Now you can hear me just fine. I want to make sure that that's going to stay down. Okay. Now, let me see. There's a good spot right there. What about over here? Yeah, I think that'll be good. Right there. That piece. Okay. So bring that down. Put that right about there. that fell out. Let's see. Now I'll move this over here out of my way. And now I'm going to cut this, and hopefully it cuts perfect this time. So this needs to be perfect. At least as perfect as I can get it. Here we go. Perfect. Man, it's so quiet now that the lawn service guys are done. I think it's so weird. Sometimes in the mornings, you know, when there's nobody on the streets, you know, especially on the weekend, people are sleeping in and stuff. Kids are sleeping in, you know. Anyway, the streets get really quiet here, you know. And this is in the inside of a city, you know. Anyways, it gets really quiet here, and it's so almost deafening, as they say. It's like it messes with your ears. Okay, there we go. That's what it's going to look like. Okay, I want to rough it up like I have here and here. I want to rough these two corners up so they look nice. And roughing it means just taking a little bit of the strings all out. You can keep those strings and make yourself some bird nests. That's what they call them. And then you put little beads in them, and it makes them look like a little bird nest. You can add them to your pages, like a nature journal. I watched Pam from the Paper Outpost. She's the one I think that she's the one that came up with that idea. Just off the top of her head, I think. But anyways, oh, it's ripping off there. I mean, it's popping or breaking. The string is. What? Come on now. Just trying to get one more. There we go. Okay. Okay. Trying to get all the strings off the table that I can't see. Okay, now I'm going to glue that down over the top of this. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. That will work for me. What about you? So anyways, oops! I forgot I never put that down on there really well, and it squirted out this bottom. Ugh. Gotta learn to tighten that. Always keep it loose so it doesn't, you know, bust my bottle. It will bust your bottles. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like. Come back and watch the next part, how we make this. But yeah, and if you liked it, hit the subscribe button. There's a bell notification. Hit that. It'll let you know when I'm uploading another video or the next project I'll be doing. But yeah, I guess that's it. Thank y'all for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Sorry about all the gluey fingers. Bye, y'all.